That's $500,000 to $1 million a year. So let's do a quick summary gut check. $6 million gross income, $3.5 million available net after taxes. Subtract $1.2 million for agents, managers, and lawyers. $1 million for homes. $750,000 for security and staffing and lifestyle. $500,000 for folks mooching on her. Family obligations and extended family. At least about $1 million or so for her free and clear. And clearly her expenses are over that. But I mean, even if that's the case, well, yes, her expenses are over that. So for her lifestyle, unless she radically changes her lifestyle. So for somebody making $100,000 a year and is spending $90,000 a year, which is very normal, is what we're seeing in coaching and counseling. Most folks have too much a month at the end of their money. You're making $100,000, you're spending $90,000 on obligations. It's the same squeeze as if she's making.
I absolutely love how he breaks that down. I love him as a creator anyway. I think he's very, very well educated, and he helps to break things down where sometimes us normal folk need to be broken down, because sometimes people can talk over my head with this. But I understood absolutely what he was saying. But in the beginning, and he also said something, he talked about how, marrying well, right? And then someone else in our comments is, what does marrying well look like? And then someone else said, she actually does have a lot of alimony that she is spending, and that could take a lot. So Dr. Sabrina, listen, you're the one who teaches us how to hold this money, how to turn this money, how to make it work for us. With all the things that he broke down for us, what are your thoughts on how he was explaining it to us and how we can possibly avoid some of the things that she has on her?
Well, I think one of the things that we have not included as part of our conversation today is taxes. Before anybody gets any money, I don't care how much you make, if you get that as income through wages, Uncle Sam gets his first. Okay. This coming in as income through wages, that he gets his first. So that is a lot of money that has to be paid out in taxes. I mean, that's an exorbitant amount. And even when you talk about real estate and the upkeep of homes, as a real estate investor, Lala, that it takes a lot to maintain one residence. Can you imagine having to maintain multiple residents? Well, some of you may not be able to imagine that, but as a real estate investor who holds real estate, I can tell you, when you start getting, repairs over here and repairs over there and tax bills for this and insurance bills for that, that takes a lot. It takes a lot to upkeep those sorts of things. And, I've been listening to the conversation, and I just want to steer back to something. Retirement, this whole concept of retirement, that looks different for everybody, because what I think about is what happens when we retire and we sit down, no matter what we're doing, what's the next progression from there? We go from the workforce to, for many of us, what's happening? Death. And a lot of people sit down during retirement. So when we have a conversation about retirement, it's almost as if people are like, well, you sit down and you eat bonbons and this, that, and the other. But my question and my challenge to us is, what are we doing with that time between having to be in the workforce and then clocking out of here?